Hello, I'm Karen Petrie and I am a computer scientist at the University of Dundee. Today I'm going to tell you how you can make a Loom band bracelet that uses some computer science. So you might know that all data in computers is stored in zeros and ones. Have you ever wondered how then do we store things like your name and letters? What we're going to do is use exactly those techniques today to make a Loom band bracelet. In order to make your Loom band bracelet, you'll need the worksheet, which you can download from the comment section below. You'll also need a Loom band set, nothing too complicated, you just need 2 prongs for this one, a pen and a set of colouring pens or pencils. First thing you're going to do is you're going to choose the colours that your bracelet's going to be. So choose 3 pens or pencils and make sure you've got the same colours in your Loom band set. On your worksheet, the next thing to do is to choose which colour is going to be your neutral colour. This is going to be at either end of the letters. So my neutral colour is going to be the purple. So colour the neutral box in purple to remind you that's what you're going to do. You don't have to colour very neatly, you can possibly colour a lot neater than I can. And then choose which colour is going to represent 0 in our 0 and 1 bracelet. And for me, that's going to be light blue. So I'm colouring the light blue box. And then decide what's going to represent 1. And for me, that's going to be green. So I'm going to colour the 1 box green. Like that. So now I know my bracelet is going to be purple, blue and green. And any place the letter would be 0, it's going to be light blue. And any place it would be green, it's going to be 1. Okay. So now I write down the 2 letters I'm going to use. My name, as I said earlier, is Karen Petrie. So I'm going to write down K and P, which are my initials. I'm going to look at K and see it's represented by the number 75 in decimal, which in binary is 01001011. So I'm going to write that number here. K is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Let's check that. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. And that's how the letter K is stored inside a computer. And then we're going to look at the letter P and see it's 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, or 80 in decimal. So then I write that one. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, of course, I've chosen K and P because they're my initials. You choose whichever letters you want in these places. I then choose the colour that sizes represent 0, and in my case that's light blue. And I colour all the boxes with 0 above them light blue. And this tells me which order the binary number should be in my final bracelet to properly represent the letters. So that's light blue in my first letter, and my second letter is this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. There's a lot of zeros in my initials, it turns out. And this one. Okay. Then I look and see which colour's 1. Well, in my case, 1 is light green. So then I colour in the 1 boxes in the light green. So this is the pattern of my initials, K and P, in binary. And this is going to be the pattern we use to create our bracelets. So now we're going to lay out our Loom bands in the correct order for our bracelets. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay them out the same as the diagram we made earlier. So this is going to be 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. And let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And each letter is 8, so that's the correct number. And then we can quickly check and make sure we've got the correct pattern. We have, and that's a K. So the next letter is a P. So again, it's for me 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And indeed letters are stored using 8 binary digits in ASCII, which is the conversion we're using. So we know that that's the correct number of things. And we can also check and make sure the pattern's correct. I said ASCII, didn't I? And I got a bit carried away.
That's all right.
Shall we start
Right.
again?
Why do we have to start again?
So I said ASCII and got a bit carried away.
Carried away with ASCII.
Okay, fair enough. So we've now checked that we've got the correct pattern. Now we need to choose our neutral colour, and in my case the neutral colour is purple. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the neutral colour before our letter, between our two letters and after our letter. And I have got an adult sized wrist. I've got kind of a normal adult sized wrist. So for me, I need to have 5 neutral bands. Before hand and in the middle. And afterwards. If you've got a child-sized wrist, you possibly only need 3 neutral bands to make it the correct size for your wrist. As long as you use the same number of bands before, middle and afterwards, it'll be okay. So now we've laid it out, we can start to make our loom band bracelet. To make this bracelet, you need a 2-pronged loom. Take your first band, from the ones we've laid out earlier, a little bit round the first side of the prong, cross it and down. So it looks like a figure 8 or an infinity symbol, depending on what you prefer. It's actually the only band you're ever going to cross. Your next band, just round the prongs of the loom, like so, and the third band, round the prongs of the loom, like so. And take your loom band tool, take the bottom band up and over, and then up and over. So now you've got 2 bands left on the long loom prongs, and you've got sort of a line in the middle there. Move your whole thing down, your next band on, bottom band. Let's twizzle if that's okay, because I've got. Don't do what I do, I've got them crossed. There we go. Bottom band up and over. Bottom band up and over. 2 bands on, move them down again, being careful not to cross them. Next band. Get about 3 bands on. We never should have more than 3 bands on, and never less than 2 after this stage. Two left on there. Move it down, be careful not to cross them. Next band on. Take the bottom one over. Bottom one over. Move them down. Next band in our sequence. bottom one over the top, bottom one over the top, move them down, next band on, okay, so this is my last loom band I'm putting on. See, the bracelet's relatively long, so I put the last loom band on, just as I have been. I take the bottom one and go up and over, the bottom one and go up and over. At this point there's only 2 bands left on the loom, so again I take the bottom one for the 2 and I go up and over and up and over, and then I've got to the point where there's only 1 loom band left on the loom, my last band. At this point I'm going to reach for an S-clip, clip it together. You put the clip on the first side of the loom band, take that bit off, and then catch the second bit, put it there. So what you're trying to do is catch both halves of that loom band and catch them in the clip. It's a bit fiddly. If you know how to loom band, you know how to do this already. There we go. So I've caught both halves in my clip. And now I'm going to go round to the first half, find the 2 halves of the loom band I started with. I usually put my finger for ease, and then put the other half of the S-clip into both those halves. So now I've got my loom band bracelet. And you can see the letters. That's a K and that's a P in binary and my neutral colour, and it fits quite happily on my wrist, so you can see both the letters of my initials. And that's how you do it. That's how you make a binary loom band bracelet of your name.